Hey, Twisted Sage here. This is fucking bullshit. Every single fucking thing it looks like it. These fucking pretender fake clouds. It's all fucking came out of an airplane today. All of that. That's not just fucking fuel burn-off pollution from a passenger jet. Fucking bullshit. Moon's now in Taurus. Maybe 9 degrees or so. None of that's real. Maybe in the far, far north, down low. See if I get to it better. Yeah. Okay, maybe in that far, far north, low. Those are real. I wonder, do they do that shit out in the middle of nowhere, or is it always projected? Probably always projected over population. So yeah, we're in the gates of the eclipse. Venus goes shadow tomorrow. Basically, I think Venus goes shadow within the same 24 hours that the eclipse, or yeah, within the same 24 hours that the lunar eclipse happens. So definitely, these are fated endings. It's a little bit of a conundrum coming from my vision on it, where the nodes are in a sign, but the full moon and the sun are in two different, or in other signs in the nodes. So there's so is it, I guess I'm kind of confused whether it's dealing with all four. I mean, obviously I guess it's dealing with all four of the energies. But typically in eclipse, the four parties being spoke upon are in the two, are within the same modality, two different signs opposing. Yeah, my Raiders fucking suck. But like I've talked about in the past, they are an Aquarius Pisces moon. And so they're the people's team. And what do we know about the people? Well, the people are suppressed. It's crazy that this team, so because I always harp and see, the Raiders are the underdogs. They represent even the minorities. Like, they started in 1960 in the Bay Area of California, and at that time there was some more, maybe a bit more of a balanced wholesomeness to the place. But became very ghetto. But it's a port city, so you got all kinds of goods importing from, I guess it's definitely the eastern side of the world, Japan, Indonesia, China. I guess if we was going to get things from Russia, that would be, well, unless it goes to Alaska. But from the start of the franchise, they were always an underdog. They had a really shitty stadium, or they had to share a stadium. they always had to, and they always shared a stadium with the baseball team. But they had to fight and claw to get there every little bit. So, in fact, even the original owner of the team had to borrow money from another owner to make the franchise. And then when the supreme owner, the Raiders are known for having, when he took over, in like the third year of existence, he went after players that were unsought, oddballs, misfits, and made a competitor. But through society, a lot of I think the Raiders' first quarterback ever, where it was Tom Flores. He was Hispanic. So even from the get, we had a lot of the mixed culture in the environment, and then the poverty, the minority races in California really grabbed on to the Raiders, and along with being an Aquarius, that's the sign of the people. And then they did always seem to have a other realm, like, how did they pull that shit off? Come from behind crazy wins back in some of the 60s and the 70s. Oh, my point being that, well, you can't trust the TV. There's so much big money in professional sports that there can be a level of manipulation probably greater than I'm even speaking on. I mean, the greatest manipulation isn't something manipulation is a hidden tactic or agenda. But the Raiders head coach recently got fired, or he resigned, but some old emails come up that he was being racist, sexist, and hating on gay people, all blown out of proportion. But the timing, and then 2 weeks later, our star wide receiver going 156 miles an hour, rear ends a young lady in her 20s that burned to death with her dog. And now you see one of our really fucking good our fullbacks, he out for the season, ACL tear. But this kind of ties into the, as David Palmer, Leo King, with the sorrow cycle that this eclipse axis has of Gemini and Sagittarius. So we're closing that cycle of around 2001 when the World Trade Center manipulation tragedy happened. So that 18-19 year rhythm. And that's right when we saw the demise of the Raiders and have been decimated. Like 2002, 2003 was the last time they made, other than one other season in 2016, that they made the playoffs. So we're talking 20 years of downfall. I could go further on that one. But watch, there's going to be especially with maybe 2 weeks from now, starting that, hopefully starting that new rhythm, set a new rhythm on the new moon solar eclipse, and perhaps you see the Raiders start to rise again as a dominant franchise. But that's one of the unfortunate parts of sports is the powers that be want to keep us busy so we can't pay attention to their extreme control on us. You know what I mean? Nobody questions. I mean, few question that those are not clouds right now. That, you know what I mean? Everyone's going to work. Gotta worry about paying the bills. Or like, and then shit. There's even some level. If they do, well, they're like, "Whoa, what can I do?" But yeah, they want to keep us constantly entertained, spread thin and busy, that we actually can't grow and maybe live in our strongest power. All right. If you're not looking to the stars, you are sailing the seas of life with no compass. Start that out.